In our last episode, we discussed this anvil and how silly it was to be moving this anvil when they were closing down the forge, if you recall.
Yeah, I do recall.
Yes, you remember that? And how
I
silly
do.
it all was. Well, we were so focused on the anvil that we forgot a quite significant aspect of this scene, which was, see that big table on the left?
Yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
do you recognize that table?
Yeah, I do. Now
Let me
it's
zoom in a
upside
little
down.
bit. It's
Wow.
upside down. That's Durin's Door.
We shouldn't be able to see that though. Only in moonlight.
Yeah, first of all, the first problem is how come we can actually see this?
Right.
Okay, so that's the first problem, right? But it's being like they're just using it as a table.
Yeah. Yes.
They're like, "Hey, you got a ping pong table? Oh, we'll just use Durin's Door."
Yeah. Let's just take the door that we're making for yeah.
Why not? But it's
You know
really
what's weird
yeah.
though?
Go ahead.
Like the fact that have they said so far that they've commissioned the door to be made? I mean, have they commissioned the door to be made?
Well, there's a scene in this episode where they present the door.
Right.
So they're working on it. This is kind of like, I don't know if they still need to do repairs or like little extra bits or something. But they're using Durin's Door as a table, just as a random table. Like there's little knickknacks on the table. You know, it looks like, I mean, if you zoom in, like enhance image, Alexa.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. Like, what's going on here?
Oh, geez.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. No,
what are they doing? They're desecrating Durin's Table. What are they doing?
No wonder everybody's paranoid. Oh, my God.
Anyway. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, there's just... Go ahead.
That is so random, though. I mean, again, I didn't even notice that. I mean, I guess this is what the kids call an Easter egg, right?
Yeah, but it seems kind of does it seem like to be degrading the table, or I'm sorry, the door, to be using it thus as a table with like see, look up in the upper right hand corner of the table. There's like books or something.
You know that thing looks
maybe
like
some magazines. Hold on. I see a stack of magazines. Oh, look, it's a copy of Harfoot's magazine. Ooh. Celebrimbor, what have you been doing?
I know. What have you been looking at? Like, if you look behind that, though, like on the top, doesn't that look like a bell? Doesn't that look like a bell that you would ring?
Yeah, like a bell.
Everybody, come to attention.
Yes, like a dinner bell.
Okay, but those look like plans. Like those look like plans that are on there. Do you see that?
Admittedly, yes, they look like plans, like schematics for a door, a Durin's Door. So they might be working on the door, but they're also using it as a table because there's like a rag here and some magazines, and obviously.
Didn't Narvi write that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
remind me of what the inscription on Durin's Door says.
The inscription on Durin's Door says, "The doors of Durin, Lord of Moria, speak, friend, and enter. I, Narvi, made them. Celebrimbor of Holland drew these signs."
You would think that they would treat it with a little bit more reverence.
Right.
But here's the weird thing that I noticed, that if you'll recall, in season 1, episode 5, Gilgalad invited Durin over to have a banquet, a nice banquet table where he's feasting. Okay.
Right.
And Durin is like,
yeah, let's see what he says.
I have an honest inquiry for you. From where did you procure the table? This stone grows only at certain depths. So rarely do our resonators locate a deposit. We consider each to be a precious gift. We reserve its use for the most sacred purposes. Monuments or tombs.
So he's saying, why are you using this sacred, piece of stone for a banquet table? We reserve these precious things for tombs or monuments. So it just puts another spin. It's like, do the elves have a thing about always trolling the dwarves by using their most precious things as banquet tables? So yeah, I mean the elves always seem to be having these banquets and using tables in this way that's insulting to the dwarves. I think this is
dwarven artifacts for sure.
Right, dwarven, and it's like I think this is just par for the course. It's like I could see it looks like they're about to set up a huge banquet. They got the candle. You could see the roast meats being prepared. They're gonna put like a leg of lamb and.
Wait. They got the glasses of wine, and then Celebrimbor proposes a toast, and he's like, "Here's to all my friends," and the whole fucking thing opens.
Oh, the door opens and all the food slides off. It's like, no, no, my wine.
Yeah, no, Celebrimbor was like, they have stuff, and Celebrimbor was like, bring in the melons. And then the door opened and it spilled everything everywhere. You get it?
No, I don't get it.
Melon. Oh, melon.
Oh,
melon.
Speak friend, and the door opens.
Right.
And the Elvish word for friend is melons. Melon.
Yes. Melon. Oh, whatever. Melon. My favorite melons. God damn it! Not again.
Oh my god, dude! You could even do it as a prank. You could like set up a bunch of like watermelons on the Durins table, and be like, "Hey, Celebrimbor, what's on the table, bro?" Melons, and it's like a catapults him.
Oh, I know.
He hits him in the face, and he's like, "No, I did it again."
No, what they could do is like set up anatars, like, hey, stand on this side, like don't get not at the head of the table, Anatar. You just stand over to the left there, right? And then they say like, "Oh, what is that?" And he's like, "Oh, melons," and then everything is filled.
Yeah, right. That'd be funny. Yeah. But there's only one side of the door here. Where's the other door? So ideally, you could have a banquet table with both doors, and they would just
right
for the really big banquets.
Yeah. It would probably it's probably in another room being used as another table. Really,
it's being used as a massage table.
Yeah, and jeez. It would open up, and they're talking about melons of a different sort. If you know what I'm saying.
What? Yeah, I was gonna with that Nori centerfold on Harfoot's magazine. I was gonna make some kind of really, really bad joke, like Onanatar.
What?
That's really bad. Or just as a stretch, etymologically speaking. But anyway,
here's the thing: does it make any kind of sense though that they bring the doors all the way to Eregion?
Well, I always imagined that the doors were like actually built into the mountain.
That's kind of why,
this was the side of the mountain that they made into doors.
Yes,
through their craftiness. Yeah.
Again, we nitpick this show to death, but again,
it's funny that you and I both thought that same thing. That this was funny that it's like in the workshop, whereas we both assumed that the doors were just actually literally carved into the mountain itself.
Right. Which have you ever picked up? Like, okay, so I helped our friends get boulders, like the little rocks in a boulder about like the size of like 3 bowling balls. I mean, I don't know how much that would be. About 100 pounds. It's heavy as crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, this is like 1,000. This is like moving the columns of Stonehenge, like a Stonehenge monument, practically.
Yeah, I mean, they were 14 feet. Like they were 14 feet high?
18 inches, I think.
Yeah. No, 14 inches.
No,
I just got that one.
They're 18 inches high.
They were in danger of being trodden on by dwarf.
They were in danger of being stepped on by a dwarf. Yes, maybe it was one of these dwarves. You never know.
Yes, but I mean, the whole idea is that like it just makes no sense. Because like logistically, I'd like to see a bigger shot of the workshop. Like, how would they get that in?
How would they get it out? So
it's not like they're forging a stone door, you know?
No, they had to bring a stone. That door is huge.
I know. I mean,
but it actually,
yeah.
But I thought it would be bigger, maybe, but it's still big. Like, why would
Hold on.
they
Let me hold on. Let me look this up.
I mean, if you stand Anatar across the door, he's like almost, almost as large as the inscription.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I think our point is simply that.
Hey, real quick, I just looked up how big is Durins Door, and it took me to Home Depot.
What? They sell those now?
They might. Doors of Durin.
But the point is, though, I just think it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to move Durin's Doors to Khazad-dûm from Eregion.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Yes. And I mean, there's even that scene in episode 5 of last season. They had this scene, and later they actually move this giant table with, like, again, it looks like maybe a few thousand pounds, and these dudes are like walking through the forest with this table.
I mean, granted, they're struggling a little bit, but
yeah, I don't know.
It looks. I know.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
6
no.
people. There's no, like, again, there's no way. Like
there's no way.
Obviously the writers, I mean, again, the elves are strong, I guess, but they didn't boast any superhuman strength, did they?
Right. I mean, the thing is just that there's no way. I mean,
no.
it's like I mean, I remember thinking this was dumb last season, back then.
Right.
And now seeing Durins Door, thinking, why do they like moving giant multi-thousand-pound doors through the forest? Because they're doing it again in this season.
So there's one thing that's becoming obvious to me about the writers of this Rings of Power is that they've probably never done manual labor in their life. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of the sense I get. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.